Greetings, my friends. I am Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, philosopher, and lifelong observer of human nature. Today I'll share with you 7 signs that someone secretly disrespects you. These lessons, born of my own experiences, are as relevant now as they were in ancient Rome. Disrespect rarely announces itself with trumpets or banners. No, it slithers quietly, hiding in subtle actions and clever words. The truth is, no one is immune. The key is to recognize it, to see through the disguise, and make sure to stay until the end, because the final sign is the most dangerous of them all. It can quietly erode your confidence if you're not careful. The first sign is the disguised compliment, a weapon as sharp as any sword, wrapped in a smile. Let me give you an example. During a debate in the Senate, a respected senator stood up. He said, "Your dedication to philosophy is unparalleled, truly rare in an emperor." He paused, smiled, and added, "But perhaps it would serve the empire better if wisdom were paired with decisiveness." The intent was clear. He was not admiring my philosophy. He was undermining my leadership. Does this sound familiar? Why would someone act like this? It's often rooted in insecurity. They see something in you, a strength, a talent, that intimidates them. Instead of celebrating it, they try to chip away at it, just enough to make themselves feel taller. Here's the Stoic approach. Stay calm. Let their words roll off you like rain off a statue. You don't need to retaliate or even react. Their words are not a reflection of you. They're a mirror of their own fears. Smile, thank them, and move on. Let me ask, have you ever been stung by a compliment that didn't quite feel like one? Remember this, their veiled insults can only harm you if you let them. The second sign is the phantom accountability, the promise that evaporates like morning dew. During my reign, advisors would often pledge their unwavering loyalty. They'd say, "Sure, your orders will be carried out at once." And yet days later, nothing had been done. When questioned, they'd stammer, "Oh, there was a misunderstanding." Misunderstanding? Or deliberate neglect? You know this feeling. A friend swears they'll be there to help you move, but when the day comes, their excuses pile up like bricks. Or a colleague promises to handle their share of a project, only to accidentally drop the ball. Let me ask, how many times have you shrugged this off thinking, "Oh well, things happen"? They don't just happen, not repeatedly. Phantom accountability isn't mere forgetfulness. It's a quiet declaration that your time, trust, or needs are not important to them. Here's what I learned. Hold people accountable, but do it with grace. Don't explode in anger or accuse them of bad intentions. Instead, calmly ask for clarity and let them see you've noticed their behavior. Sometimes this alone will change the dynamic. But if the excuses continue, step back. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and you cannot control someone who chooses not to value your trust. Invest your energy in those who show up, who follow through. Perhaps it's time to shift your focus to those who prove their reliability through actions, not empty words. Now the over-polite dismissal, a mask that hides apathy. "Yes, that is a brilliant idea as always," the senators would say, nodding like bobbing ships. But their eyes wandered, glazed and distant. They didn't care about my plans. They just wanted the meeting to end so they could return to their wine and gossip. In your world, this might look like the friend who says, "Whatever you think is best," with a tone that screams, "I couldn't care less." Or the coworker who agrees with everything, not because they're supportive, but because they want to avoid the effort of real conversation. Here's the thing. Over-politeness is not the same as kindness. It's often a barrier, a way to dodge engagement or responsibility. When you sense over-politeness, ask yourself, is this person truly invested, or are they just going through the motions? Seek out those who challenge you sincerely, who bring depth to their interactions. Life is too short for superficial connections. Let the indifferent fade away, like mist dissolving in the morning sun. Interruptions disguised as passion. This one is as frustrating as it is revealing. Imagine me, mid-sentence in the Senate, presenting a carefully crafted argument, only for an over-eager noble to cut me off with, "If I may, Caesar." May they already had. Their excuse? "I'm just so passionate about this topic." Passionate? Or impatient? You've experienced this too. You're sharing an idea, building momentum, when someone barrels in, hijacking the conversation. It's not about enthusiasm, it's about control. Interruptions are a form of disrespect, plain and simple. The interrupter is telling you, "My voice matters more than yours." Here's how a Stoic handles it. pause. Don't fight to reclaim the floor. Let silence hang heavy in the air. This often unsettles the interrupter more than any argument could. And when you do speak again, do so with calm authority. Remember, true respect is rooted in patience. Those who value your words will wait for your voice to finish echoing before adding their own. Reflect on this. How often have you been interrupted by someone claiming passion as their excuse? The next time it happens, let your silence speak louder than their words. Body language, the silent betrayer of hidden feelings. I remember a senator standing before me, arms crossed, leaning away, murmuring, "We totally support you." His posture screamed otherwise. You've seen this too, haven't you? A friend who avoids eye contact while agreeing with you. A coworker whose smile feels more like a grimace. These gestures, subtle as they are, speak volumes. Body language doesn't lie. Pay attention to these cues. They're often more honest than words. But here's the key. Don't let them rattle you. Their discomfort is not your burden to carry. Stand tall, keep your posture open, and meet their unease with quiet confidence. A Stoic doesn't chase approval. Instead, let your calm presence serve as a mirror to their uncertainty. Let me ask, when was the last time you felt someone's body language contradict their words? Trust your instincts. They're often more reliable than the prettiest phrases. Now let's talk about fake support, the smile that hides betrayal. Your edict is genius, one of my advisors once told me, only to quietly work against it behind closed doors. This happens today too. A friend publicly cheers you on but disappears when you need them. A colleague applauds your idea in meetings but undermines it later. Fake support is like a house built on sand. It looks solid but crumbles when you lean on it. True support is consistent. It's there in your victories and your struggles. When you detect fake support, don't waste your energy confronting it with anger. Instead, set boundaries. Boundaries protect your energy and ensure only the truly supportive can enter your space. Build your circle carefully, and let the pretenders drift away like leaves in the wind. Lastly, the silent treatment, the most subtle yet powerful form of disrespect. Some senators, after disagreements, would withdraw entirely, letting their silence speak louder than words. In your world, this is ghosting, the friend who vanishes without explanation, the coworker who excludes you from conversations. Silence isn't just absence, it's control. But here's the Stoic truth. Silence is also a gift. It gives you space to reflect, to grow, to strengthen your resolve. When someone withdraws, don't chase them. Their silence is their choice, not your failure. Use it as an opportunity to refocus your energy on those who truly value you. Let me ask you, does someone's silence leave you confused or empowered? Choose the latter. Embrace the stillness they leave behind and thrive. Silence, in its essence, is a canvas for clarity. It allows you to step back from the noise, to distance yourself from distractions, and to truly hear your own thoughts. In a world that often equates constant communication with validation, the absence of words can feel unsettling, but therein lies its power. It pushes you to confront your inner world, your doubts, your hopes, your truths. The quiet that others impose is a mirror reflecting the state of your own peace. Instead of questioning their absence, question what their silence is teaching you about presence. When someone's silence feels like rejection, reevaluate your reliance on affirmation from others. What are you seeking from them that you can't find within yourself? Perhaps their silence is a blessing in disguise, giving you the opportunity to reclaim your autonomy and remember your inherent worth. The quiet can become a sanctuary where you rebuild your confidence, redefine your priorities, and rediscover the joy of self-reliance. Moreover, silence is a space where you can cultivate empathy. Instead of assuming malice or neglect, consider that their silence might stem from struggles of their own. It might not be about you at all. This shift in perspective transforms silence from a source of pain to a source of understanding. By learning to embrace and even appreciate silence, you not only grow stronger but also deepen your capacity for compassion. So when someone chooses silence, let it serve as a reminder. Your growth is not dependent on their words but on your willingness to flourish in their absence. These 7 signs are not burdens, they're lessons. They teach you to see clearly, to protect your peace, and to grow stronger. Which sign resonated with you most? Share your thoughts below, and join us next time as Carl Jung reveals the hidden patterns shaping your world.